at the, let's see if I can get this right now. Gloucester County College at Rowan University. Did I get it right? No? Okay. Okay. Rowan University. Anyway, we all know where we are. YouTube audience, if you want to know, just go to the KotoriCon website and go, oh, okay, it's that one. When we first got here, of course, we pulled into the Technical Institute first. So I think probably about half the people in here are not familiar with the area, probably did. But we got here and we're going to have a good time on Pokemon Game Show. And in order to have a good time, we need 4 contestants. And it just so happens that I have 4 contestants right here. So isn't that convenient? And one of the things didn't get put in properly, so let's fix that. Oh, I see what I did there. Okay, so that's all right. So that's okay. Stop tape and we have 4 contestants, starting with player 1, who is Joe. Let's welcome Joe to Pokemon Game Show. And what do we need to know about Joe? And face that way there, so the camera can see you and hear you.
Well, I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe. Are you a Pokeholic?
Sure. Not really, but I know your stuff.
Oh, well, that's good. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from the area.
Yeah. Woo!
I'm a student at High.
All right. And who's your favorite Pokemon? Snivy. Good choice. Smugly. There you go. All right. Well, and as what usually happens on the show, we usually wind up with a representative from Team Rocket, and this time it's the big guy himself. We've got Giovanni here on the Pokemon. And I think we're all very familiar with you, but do you have a message that you would like to give us before you endeavor in this game?
2 notices. Notice 1, for all you undercover grunts, good job. I hope to see the Pokemon at the end of the show. Number 2, Senpai notices you.
I'm sorry to say now, Kay, you have to follow that. So let's welcome Kay to the Pokemon Game Show. And what do you know about Kay?
Alright, I guess nothing special. I followed the Pokemon series on TV up until about the season with Dawn. Once she left, I kind of exited out, and that was that. And I just started getting back into it with the new characters.
All right. Well, then who's your favorite Pokemon?
I would have to say Charmander.
Charmander. All right. Giovanni, I know your favorite Pokemon. I mean, you have one that you just keep everywhere you go. So that's why I didn't ask you about you. How is your Persian these days?
My Persian's doing good right now. Last I checked, it's hunting a pack of wild meows because the last one keeps talking too much, so...
All right. Not to steal your thunder, Kate, but I forgot to ask him, so there you go. So we got Charmander. And our final contestant, let's welcome Zach to the Pokemon Game Show. And what do you know about Zach?
So I used to be really into Pokemon back around Gen 2, and then I stopped until Gen 6. So I'm probably going to do pretty poorly if this is what I'm saying.
If you make it to the final round, when we introduce Gen 3 Pokemon into the toss-ups, you may have a problem, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. As you'll find out when you get to the 3rd round, buzzing in does not always give you the advantage, so in the final round. But anyway, we play this game in 4 rounds, and we lose a contestant in the first 3. So whoever's left standing will win the grand prize, which is free admission to next year's KotoriCon, right back here, and hopefully a little bit more of the building than they got for this year. So that's how we do it. Now, I have here a completed Pokedex, except for the 2 that we don't have yet. And in the first round, I will be asking you questions based on the first generation of Pokemon, the first 151. I may be giving you Dex entry as read in Pokemon X. I'll also be giving you some other clues to lead you towards a particular Pokemon. Keep in mind, be careful of evolution, because I may be asking you about a different Pokemon in the evolutionary chain than the one that you might automatically think. Now, if you buzz in and you are correct, you get control of our board, and I'll explain that part of the game when we get over to it. First round is called the Fast Track today. YouTube audience will know what to expect with that. So fingers on buzzers, players. And remember, we're only looking for Gen 1 Pokemon. So here we go. The very first Pokemon of the day, and it is a dual type. It is Heart Steel. It is with the following. following Pokédex entry. The units at the sides of its body generate anti-gravity energy to keep it aloft in the air. It is also an electric type. And there we go, Giovanni.
Magneton.
Incorrect. Anyone else? One more clue. It is the magnet Pokemon. Yes, Joe. No, I can't accept that. Doesn't. Hey, or Zach? Time. No, I can't accept magnetites. Magnemite. Magnemite. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. Magnemite. Yeah, gotta give me the name of the Pokemon. If you happen to give it to me in Japanese and we can verify with a Google check that you got it right, then we well on you. So there you go. I don't think that's going to happen, but it has happened at least once before. Here we go. Fingers on buzzers. This time we're after a fire type. It is the puppy Pokemon. Very friendly and faithful to people, it will try to repel enemies by barking and biting. It is the first in its evolutionary chain. Giovanni?
Ralph.
Yeah, that I'll accept. Yeah, Ralphie, yeah. Rowley. Yeah, you got it, yes. Giovanni, you have control of the board. This game is called the Fast Track. Now, here's how it works. On the top row are 6 different Pokemon. Those same Pokemon appear underneath them all the way down, either directly underneath or diagonally underneath. So, for example, if we open up number 4, you will see that we find a Horsey. There's a Horsey under 9, 10, or 11. There's another Horsey underneath that, and so on, all the way down to the bottom, okay? What you gotta do is you're gonna open one on the top, and then you're gonna try to find that Pokemon all the way down. If you complete that fast track, you will be through to the next round. All right? So, Giovanni, start with a Pokemon on the top. Where do you want to begin?
Number 3.
Number 3. All right, so you are looking for Gengar. Now, there's a Gengar under 8, 9, or 10. Where do you think it is?
Go with 8.
Number 8. And nope, there's Jinx.
Oh!
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be looking for Jinx at some point in this round. All right, so remember where you saw both of those, because that will be important. You can build off of someone other's fast track and maybe steal, you'll know all about stealing victories. Here we go. Players, we're now looking for a rock type. It is the rock Pokemon. It is also a dual type. With a free and uncaring nature, it doesn't mind if pieces break off while it rolls down mountains. It is the second, okay, incorrect Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the second Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. And the other type is ground. Who's this Pokemon? Okay, Zach.
Is it Onyx?
Not Onyx.
No.
Joe or Giovanni? Remember the clues you all heard? Yes, Giovanni.
I hope I don't mess with his name. Graveler.
Graveler is right. Yes, that's right. Giovanni, you have control. Where do you want to start this time?
Number 3 still.
All right, we're going to stick with
This time not with Nick Minaj.
All right.
Go with number 10.
Number 10 this time. There we find. Okay, so now we know 2 Pokemon. Actually, if you play your cards right, we know the first 2 of 4 Pokemon right now. So here we go. And audience, I caution you, please do not call out any numbers or names of Pokemon. Please let the contestants play the game. All right, fingers on buzzers. Players, we are now looking for. I pushed too many buttons. It wants to tell me its area. I am not interested in that. We're looking for a normal type this time. It is its final evolution. It is the mouse Pokemon. It whittles its constantly growing fangs by gnawing on hard things. And Giovanni.
Raticate.
Raticate's correct. You wouldn't know about that. All right, Giovanni, where are you going?
Number 4.
Number 4. There's the Horsey.
Number 10.
Number 10, we know that's right. Next. 15, 16, or 17?
15.
Number 15. No. We'll get there eventually. We'll see that Dr. Dog a few more times. Here we go. That's actually what I named my Jinx in the game, was Badonka. Poison type players this time, and it's a straight poison type. Sludge exposed to X-rays from the moon. That's Zach.
Huh?
Nope.
No.
transformed into this. It loves feeding on filthy things. It is the sludge Pokemon. It is... Giovanni?
Grimer.
Yeah, you got caught in the evolutionary animal. Sorry, Zach. All right, Giovanni, where are you going?
All right. 4 and 10.
Yeah, we know those are right.
Let's try 17 this time.
17 this time.
Yeah.
22, 23, 24.
22.
22. Oh boy. All right. Next players, fingers on buzzers. Poison type. It is a dual type. The type is grass. A strange seed was planted on its back and birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. It is the first of its evolutionary chain. It is a starter. Joe, it is a starter Pokemon, and Bulbasaur is its name. Now, Joe, you are in a pretty enviable position now. You get to play off of everything that we've already seen, and you might get to the next round. Where do you want to begin, Joe?
Number 2.
Okay. I know he's not here. He's going to things we haven't seen.
Number 7.
Top 10% so far.
14.
14. Nope. Right, so now we know where the third data is. This game gets very interesting once we start seeing a lot of fast tracks. So fingers on buzzers, players. And we're going with another Gen 1 Pokemon. It is the Ball Pokemon. It's an electric type. And that's Zach.
Voltorb.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
We were after. All right, Zach, now you can build off of what we've already found. Where do you want to go?
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 15.
Number 15.
Number 22.
Number 22.
I'm going to go for 29.
You're going to go for 29. Congratulations, Zach. We're through the next round with that fast track. Now, players, pay attention. I'm about to close those and lock them, and as you will see, that will make alert patterns on the board more obvious. Zach, you not have to buzz in anymore this round. You are automatically through. For the remaining 3 players, he got his one correct answer, and now through the next round. It's amazing how that works. I watched an episode of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego last night, where the player answered one question right. It was the last question and put him into first place, and he won the game and wound up going to the end and then failing miserably. Players were looking for a poison type. The older it gets, the longer it grows. At night, it wraps its long body around tree branches, and that's Giovanni.
Arbok.
Incorrect. Around tree branches to rest, and Joe is right. Yes, in the evolution track. Although I am appreciative that you are ringing in on all the Pokemon that Team Rocket is famous for. Right, Joe. Now you know a couple of them offhand. How do you want to play it?
2.
Yeah. Gotta be.
13.
Yeah, you know that's true too by the pattern.
19.
Number 19. Let's see if you're right. So this gets a lot more interesting. We might have the next 2 players to answer correctly and go on to the next round, the way this is starting to look on the board, if the memory serves me well. Players, this time, we're not there yet. This time we're looking for a water type. There's a few of those in Gen 1. Although this one has this as its dex entry. Even if its body is torn, it can regenerate as long as the glowing central core remains intact. It is the first in its evolutionary chain. It is the star-shaped Pokemon. Joe is right. Yes. I like how now they're waiting until they get a little more information where the chain is. So that's smart. That's the way to play the chain. All right, Joe, where do you want to go?
4.
4. All right. Sorry, I gotta take it. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. That's okay. You might get in on this next one. Remember, I gotta take your first answer, so take your time and go down the board. Players, this time we are after a dragon type. It is, hey, believe it or not, the dragon Pokemon. It is called the Mirage Pokemon because so few have seen it. Yes, Giovanni?
Dragon.
No. Its shed skin has been found. It is the first in its evolutionary chain. It is... Really? All right, why didn't you tell me? Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah. All right, bit of a break for Giovanni. Fingers on buzzers, players. Psychic type this time, players. It is the Hypnosis Pokemon. It is the first Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. Giovanni?
Drowsy.
Right. Yes, Drowsy. All right, Giovanni, take us home if you can.
4,
Yeah.
10, 17.
Yep.
There's the power number 23.
All right. So the next person to get one correct is going through to the next round if you're smart, based on what you just saw. Keep it to yourself, audience, if you got it, because let the players play the game. It is another grass and poison type. During the day, it stays in the cold underground to avoid the sun. It grows by bathing in moonlight. It's the weed Pokemon. It's the first in its chain. It is... Giovanni?
Oddish.
Right, it is Oddish. All right, take us home, Giovanni.
4, 10, 17.
Yep.
24.
It's gotta be.
Just a wild guess. 30.
All right, Giovanni, now again, remaining players, we will close those doors. I think you will see the last 3 of a very obvious pattern now. So, fingers on buzzers. Someone can go through the next round on this question. Players, we are looking for a ground type. It is a straight ground type. It burrows and lives underground. If threatened, it curls itself up into a ball for protection. It is the mouse Pokemon. It is... K. Incorrect. Joe, can you tell me? Sandshrew is right. Yes, Sandshrew is correct. Okay, Joe. How do you want to play it?
3, 9, 14,
Yeah.
19, 26.
Joey defeated by some Rattata.
Well, it is a top 1% of all Rattata. Here we go. This will be the last question of this round, I'm going to assume. We're after a fire type. As a newborn, it can barely stand. However, through galloping, its legs are made tougher and faster. It's the first Joe in his chain ponytail. Right. Joe. Yeah. And there you are. So there you are. Unfortunately, Kay, that means we have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for being on the Pokemon Game Show. These 3 players are going to move on to the next round, and only one of them will face the champion. We'll find out who that is right after this. Stay tuned, YouTube.